Today we're going to be taking a look at what I think are the top 10 LEGO Star Wars sets based off of the planet Kashyyyk. Over the past 19 years, since 2005, some of the most fan-favorited and really some of the most innovative LEGO Star Wars sets of all time were based off of this planet. So today in this video, I'm going to give you guys what I think are the top 10 best. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and without further ado, let's hop into the honorable mentions. The first honorable mention I have, or I guess you could say the 13th spot, is 7678 Droid Gunship. This set was released back in 2008 with 329 pieces and a retail price of $30 US. And back when it was still on shelves in 2008, it was actually a pretty hard set to find because it was only exclusive to a few stores. And I mean, for 2008, it's a pretty solid build, and it's nice that you get just 3 plain battle droids. I think that's a pretty valid minifigure lineup for this set. However, clearly today in 2024, it definitely wouldn't hold up, but in 2008, it was pretty good. The next honorable mention, or I guess you could say the 12th spot, is one of my favorite sets of all time, being 7671 AT-AP Walker. This set was also released back in 2008 with 392 pieces and a retail price of $40. And like I said, this is one of my favorite sets of all time, mainly just because I have a lot of nostalgia for it. But for this list, I had to set my feelings aside because this set really isn't as good as a lot of the other Kashyyyk sets or Episode 3 sets in general. I mean, like the Droid Gunship, it was a very awesome build for 2008, but clearly wouldn't hold up today in 2024. It also, for some reason, includes 2 shock troopers, even though they definitely don't fit the set at all. I mean, they still look really cool. It's just kind of weird that LEGO decided to go with shock troopers for this set. Also, it only includes 2, leaving an open seat on the inside of the AT-AP when it should have included 3. And then the last honorable mention I have is 75261 Clone Scout Walker 20th Anniversary Edition. This set was released back in 2019 with 250 pieces and a retail price of $30. And this set was really cool back in 2019. A lot of people actually consider it to be the best 20th anniversary set. However, I've just never been a fan of the oversized ATRTs, and I think a lot of people stand by this. I mean, they look really cool, and the oversizing does allow them to add a lot of detail. However, still, they're obviously very inaccurate because of their size, and it kind of just makes them less appealing. Now, moving on to the actual top 10, at the number 10 spot, I have 7260 Wookiee Catamaran. This set was released all the way back in April of 2005 and retired in December of the same year. It has 376 pieces and retailed for only $50, and if you want it new today, it's currently going for, give or take, around $500 to $600. I say give or take because this is probably the rarest set on this list, and there's not very many listed online for sale. But as of right now, the average is around $600, with some actually going for northwards of $1,000. And the reason for that is, one, it's just a very unique set, and that's mainly why it made the top 10, is just because it's so unique. And 2, because it has those infamous siege troopers, which go for over $100 on their own. But value is not the reason it made the top 10. Like I said, it made the top 10 just because it's so unique. The Wookiee vehicles are so niche, but in a way fascinating to me, and it's just really rare to see LEGO make them. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've only made 2 from Episode 3, and then that one from Rebels. And this Catamaran is arguably the best one out of the 3, and it comes with this really awesome swamp speeder that was pretty impressive for 2005. Moving on to the number 9 spot, I have 7654 Droids Battle Pack. This set was released in January of 2007 and retired in July of 2008. It has 102 pieces and retailed for only $10, and if you want it new today, it's currently going for around $80 to $100. As many of you guys know, this is one of the most legendary battle packs of all time. It was one of 2 of the very first battle packs ever released, and without this set right here, army building would not be what it is today. This set really was a pioneer of that. And also, as of now, and probably for the foreseeable future, this is the only standalone droid battle pack that we have ever gotten. We could have been getting a very close variant of this set in May for $30, but LEGO was doing us really dirty and deciding to make it a GWP, but I'm sure all of you guys have seen my other video on that, so I'm not going to go any deeper. But as of now, yes, this is the only standalone droid battle pack that has ever been made. And continuing on with the theme of legendary battle packs, at the number 8 spot, I have the Droids Battle Pack counterpart, which is 7655 Clone Troopers Battle Pack. This set was also released in 2007 and also retired in July of 2008. It has 58 pieces and retailed for $10, and if you want it new today, it's currently going for around $100 to $120. Just like the Droids Battle Pack, this set is legendary, and it was a pioneer of what army building is today, and it was also the set that sort of set the bar for what we expect in a battle pack, and all battle packs have sort of been based around this ever since. I mean, again, just like the Droids Battle Pack, it was a pioneer for a lot of great things in the community, and I ranked it over the Droids Battle Pack, well, just because they're clone troopers. Obviously, they're cooler. On to the number 7 spot, I have 75042 Droid Gunship. This set was released in January of 2014 and retired retired in December of 2015. It has 439 pieces and retailed for $50, and if you want it new today, it's currently going for around 150 to 180, give or take. And this set is great. I mean, for 2014, which was in my opinion the best year of LEGO Star Wars, I don't think they could have done any better. The shaping and proportions are near perfect, and the minifigure lineup is very solid, as well as the price tag. The only downside is that the head might be a little bit too big, but that's not a big deal. And either way, that ended up getting fixed in the 75233 droid gunship from 2019, which actually comes in at the number 6 spot. This set was released in January of 2019 and retired in December of the same year. It has 389 pieces and retailed for $50, and if you want it new today, it's going for around 180 to 200. And some might say this set was released way too soon after the 2014 model because it came out only 5 years later, but despite if you think it was released too soon after the 2014 model or not, it's arguably the best droid gunship. LEGO literally perfected every single aspect of this model. The head is a perfect shape and it looks overall just a little bit more aggressive, which I really like, and the main body is a bit flatter, just giving it an overall sleeker look. And they sort of evened up the minifigure lineup a little bit by including 2 Kashyyyk or AAT droids, as well as Yoda and Chief Tarful. Coming in at the number 5 spot, I have what is in my opinion the second best battle pack ever made, being 75035 Kashyyyk Troopers. This set was released in January of 2014 and retired in July of 2015. It has 99 pieces and retailed for $13, and if you want it new today, it's currently going for around $100 to $150. And like I said, I think this is the second best battle pack ever made, the first one being Utapau Troopers obviously, but in no way does that mean this one is bad. This is one of the best battle packs ever made. It's literally a 10 out of 10 set. The Clone Troopers are some of the best that we have ever seen. They were way ahead of their time for 2014, and this set right here is one of the reasons I consider 2014 to be the best year of LEGO Star Wars. There was just so much innovation, and it was really the year that LEGO took Clone Troopers to another level, and this battle pack is a prime example of that. And I hate to sound like an old head with this type of mindset, but they really don't make Clone Trooper battle packs like this anymore. Moving on to the 4th spot, I have 75151 Clone Turbo Tank. This set was released in June of 2016 and retired in December 2017. It has 903 pieces and retailed for $110, and today it's going for around $400 to $500. And this turbo tank is near perfect in terms of detail and shaping, and especially proportions. This is the best turbo tank that LEGO has made, and not to mention the minifigure lineup is incredible as well, with Quinlan Vos, Luminar Unduli, and Commander Gree. I mean, how more stacked could it get? But there is one major problem with this turbo tank, and that's that it's just way too small. And it's such a shame because, like I said, it has the best proportions, the best detail, and the best shaping out of any LEGO turbo tank that has been made, but its size compared to the other two is just so pitiful. It really sucks that LEGO downsized it so much, because if it was the same size as the other two, it would easily be one of the best sets ever made, and obviously the best turbo tank ever made. But hey, I mean, its detail and proportions, as well as the minifigure lineup, got it to the number 4th spot, so I think that's reasonable. And keeping on with turbo tanks, at the number 3 spot, I have the OG turbo tank, being 7261 Clone Turbo Tank. This set was released in April 2005 and retired in April 2006. It has 801 pieces and retailed for $90, and there were 2 versions of this set released. One has a light up Mace Windu minifigure, and the other one just has a normal Mace Windu minifigure. If you want the normal one, it's going for around $700, and if you want a sealed copy of the version that has a light up Mace Windu, you're going to be looking at paying around $1,000 to $2,000. But value aside, I think this set obviously has inferior detail and inferior shaping and inferior proportions compared to the 2016 model, but its size and overall more playability just makes it so much better. And not to mention, the minifigure lineup is just way more fleshed out and a lot better compared to the 2016 model. Even though the 2016 model has some really awesome rare Jedi as well as Commander Gree, this one is just more balanced. I mean, it has 5 Clone Troopers as well as Mace Windu and 2 battle droids. It was absolutely incredible for 2005, and since then it has become a very legendary set. On to the number 2 spot, I have what is probably a hot take to some people, being 75234 ATAP Walker. This set was released in January of 2019 and retired in December of 2020. It has 689 pieces and retailed for $60, and today it's going for around $180 to $200. And I have this set. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite sets in my collection, and I know that literally almost everyone considers this to be the best and most perfect ATAP that LEGO has made, and don't get me wrong, it's a great set. The minifigures are incredible and the model is near perfect. However, there's one major downside about it to me, and that's that it leans way too far forward. And I also know that because of that, a lot of people would consider this to actually be more accurate than the other LEGO AT-APs, but that's nowhere near the case at all. If you look at real pictures of the AT-AP, it doesn't lean down at all. The main cannon on the front is perfectly level and shoots straight forward, and in this set it points downward and just makes it look kind of awkward, and to me at least, it just takes away from the overall stature and accuracy of the set. But besides that, like I said, it's incredible. I mean, I gave it the number 2 spot, but just the fact that the barrel points down so far just makes it not the best AT-AP to me. So then that leaves only one set left for the number 1 spot, and that is the 2014 model. 75043 AT-AP was released in January of 2014 and retired in December of 2015. It has 717 pieces and retailed for $60, and today it's currently going for around $180. And again, I know this is a hot take. I know a lot of people consider the 2019 model to be better than this model, but to me, that's just not the case. I don't care what anyone else thinks, this set is just way better. It very clearly doesn't have the issue where it leans too far forward, and that very simple difference just makes it look so much better to me, and it just represents the overall stature and sort of dominant look of the AT-AP way better than the 2019 model. So that is why I think this is by far the best LEGO Star Wars Kashyyyk set ever made. Let me know what you guys think about this list down in the comments below. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you want to check out more of my videos, you can see them on the screen right now.